Mexico Congresswoman Yvette Herrell and North Carolina Congressman Greg Murphy here to join us. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. Good to see you both.
Good evening.
Thank you.
All right, Congresswoman Herrell, we're going to start with you. You recently visited the border yourself with members of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform. Do you think that the Harris decision to just fly right over the border and go to Mexico and Guatemala and avoid the border, is that just purely a political decision at this point?
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, we've been having a border crisis for, the last 2 months now, and they've yet to actually call it a crisis. They've yet to go down there and see for themselves the harm's way we're putting not only our Border Patrol agents in, but the border communities, the people that live, farm, work in the border communities, and of course, New Mexico. The entire southern part of my district is on the Mexican border.
Yeah, you're right there in the thick of it, absolutely. So you're representing the people that are really seeing what's happening here and all the negative impacts of it that most of the country, including Kamala Harris, don't really have to deal with. Congressman Murphy, Harris says her focus is on the root causes of the problem. In fact, she said that a lot. Take a listen.
In addressing the root causes of addressing the root causes. Again, the root causes, dealing with root causes in terms of the root causes issue, we also have to deal with the root causes. Our focus is to deal with the root causes.
Root causes, for years and years, we pumped money into these countries. This is not a new idea. The problem is, as soon as you stop spending money in these countries, it gets bad again and the people start coming back. So is this realistic? Are we basically just signing up to pay these countries forever in hopes that the people stay there?
Well, Rob, I've worked in Nicaragua as a physician since just past 2000. And just in Nicaragua right now, you have the Sandinistas in charge. She's delusional in thinking that pouring money into Central America and making Central America the United States is going to change any of this, especially overnight. What their problem is that they changed a policy that was really working, the Stay in Mexico policy. She had cooperation of all these other governments. And, pouring money into Mexico now where we know that there is corruption and there's no motivation whatsoever to stop the illegal migration of individuals, drugs, weapons that are coming over the border. Yeah. She's delusional. They've started a process in this country that is going to actually take lives as we flood the streets with drugs and we sell kids essentially into essential slavery. They're delusional in what they have done and what they think they're going to do about this.
I couldn't agree more. Congresswoman Herrell, you're introducing legislation that's called the PAWS Act, which will prevent the introduction of new COVID-19 cases from our land and sea borders with Canada and Mexico by barring illegal immigrants who may be carrying the virus from entering the country. Now, obviously, like you said, your district is right on the border, so this is a very big deal for people in your district. Tell us about this.
Yes, this is actually an opportunity to keep Title 42 in place. So Title 42 is the health public order that President Trump's administration used so that our Border Patrol agents could expel those coming here illegally through Mexico or Canada. They could expel them, 2 hours or so to do a processing right on the border. But this is important because this is truly a public health issue. Yeah. Here we have been in lockdown for over a year in New Mexico and in other states. I know they've seen the same effect as we have with the COVID-19. Right. And this is not about party politics. This is about protecting the health of not only our Border Patrol agents, but our first responders, our healthcare workers. It's just a crisis. And it's unfortunate that this administration refuses to go down. And instead of addressing the issue, we continue to incentivize those to come here illegally.
Couldn't agree more. Congressman Murphy, just want to end on this real quick. We don't have a lot of time, but multiple reports tonight that the Democrats are going to introduce a bill to expand the Supreme Court from 9 justices to 13. Real quick, what will happen to this bill as it tries to move through Congress?
Well, I pray that it gets flushed out. I mean, this is absurd. We've seen more liberal policies that in the last several months since the Biden administration came in, that we're living in essentially a bizarre world, Rob. Yeah. They're really just trying to rewrite the rules to make America this progressive ideology that it's just not. Yeah. It's catastrophic for this nation, what they're trying to do to it.
Yeah, it certainly is. Hopefully that will fail. We'll see how it is taken here in the next couple of days. It'll probably be introduced tomorrow, I think. New Mexico Congresswoman Yvette Herrell and North Carolina Congressman Greg Murphy. Guys, thank you so much for the time. Good to see you both.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, coming up.